name is Master Sergeant Vielman, and today I will be showing you how to process your travel voucher for IDT travel reimbursement. First, let's go ahead and go to the 960 Cyberspace Wing SharePoint page. When you arrive there, please select the Wing programs. Scroll down to the Cyberblock. Go ahead and click on Documents on the left. And to the right, you're going to have a few folders. Please select the IDT travel reimbursement folder. In there, you're going to find the guidance. That's going to be the first folder. Go ahead and click on that. And I highly suggest that you review the CY20 IDT travel reimbursement for your voucher, so you make sure you're not making any errors. Okay, let's go ahead and start the voucher. You're going to go into eFinance and you're going to hit TDY. You're going to start drawing your package. You can name your package anything you like. I'm going to name mine IDT Travel May, because this is going to be for May travel. For my IDT travel order, you go and retrieve that from your 1610. The 1610 is what officially puts you on the order when you're on IDT status. The IDT travel order is going to be located at the very bottom of the first page of the 1610. And it's going to be block number 22. I'll go ahead and copy and paste that. Go ahead and select the TDY settlement. If this is going to be the final settlement, because we're doing the final voucher today. And go ahead and click on Create TDY Package. You're going to have a little red exclamation here because we haven't done anything, so it's saying that we still have items that are pending. Under optional forms, you're going to have do you need to include travel vouchers for advance/cover? So a lot of this is not going to apply to you. The one thing that I will tell you will apply to you is going to be, do you need to submit a statement of actual expense claim? You're going to say yes, because this is going to be in case you decide to have meals during your tour. Go ahead and hit save. Now let's go ahead and start the voucher. Under split disbursement, you're going to annotate whether you want any of the money to go to the GTC. For me, I'm going to say no because I already took care of my GTC. But if you want to say all, then you would hit all. If it's partial, you would annotate the exact amount you want going to GTC. For my TDY start travel date, it's going to be May the 2nd. And for the end, it's going to be May the 5th. Now we'll show you that on my 1610. For the duration of travel, anytime you have multi-days, it's always going to be more than 24 hours. I'm going to click the TR because I'm a traditional reservist and I am on IDT orders at the moment. And I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now this is asking me to add the IDT dates. So again, it was from May the 2nd to May the 5th for these particular orders. And again, if you're not sure of your travel dates, all you have to do is look in your 1610. Proceed date. So when they tell you the amount of days, that includes your travel date. So for this order, it's May the 2nd, and it's for approximately 4 days. So if I'm starting on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 5th. So my order will end on the 5th. All right, so let's go ahead and let's begin building the itinerary. For my departure location, this is going to be my address, which is a fictitious address that I'm using just for the sample. You're going to hit save. You always want to put your address instead of putting HOR. Just go ahead and actually type the address in there. So now we're going to go ahead and start creating the new leg. So when we add another leg, you're basically saying, I am departing on the day of my travel, right? So according to my orders, that starts on the 2nd of May. My mode of transportation, I'm leaving my house and I'm heading to the airport because this is what I've selected to do. So it's going to be private auto. I'm going to arrive on the same day, which is going to be May the 2nd. And I am arriving at Baltimore BWI. Reason for stop is I am awaiting transportation. The number of miles from my house to the airport is 30 miles. I have no lodging and I have no lodging taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and add that leg. Now we're going to add the next leg. So from BWI, I'm going to depart BWI on the 2nd of May. Again, that's my SIP because I'm still traveling. And now I am on a commercial plane. I'm going to arrive at my destination on the same day, which is going to be May the 2nd. And my arrival destination is going to be Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta International, let's put International Airport, Georgia. I'm going to make up a zip code because I don't have the zip code in front of me. And actually on this leg, you also want to put a zip code if possible. The reason for stop, again, I am awaiting transportation. Don't worry about the miles here. I'm just going to put 00 for the lodging. If you had any stops, if I had any stops between BWI to Atlanta, I'm not going to annotate that. You want to just annotate when you left from home to the airport you're flying out of to the airport of your duty station. That's it. If you have 3 layovers, do not put them on the itinerary. Let's go ahead and add that leg. Next one is going to be, now that I'm in Atlanta airport, I want to head to the base, correct? So again, this is still happening on the 2nd of May. Mode of transportation, I'm going to get a rental car. But just remember, you are not allowed any reimbursement when you get a rental car, and that is all outlined in the guidance that I asked you to please review. This is going to be Robbins Air Force Base, Georgia. And again, I'm just making up a zip code because I do not have the zip code in front of me. Reason for stop, this is going to be my temporary duty. The number of miles, I believe, is 96. 0 for lodging and 0 for taxes. You're not going to get reimbursed for these miles either. So in reality, you don't have to put any miles there because you are now in a rental car. I put the miles up here because they will reimburse me because that was my PO, my private auto. But down here, you really don't have to put any miles. So let's just leave the miles out. Let's go ahead and add. Okay, so now that I'm done performing duty, I'm going to head back home. And this is going to be departing on the 5th of May because now I am already done with my IDT. My mode of transportation is going to be commercial auto because that's my rental car. And I'm going to arrive at the airport on the 5th of May. Again, not the correct zip code, but doesn't matter. The reason for this is because I am awaiting transportation. That's the reason for stop. Okay. Don't worry about the miles. Don't worry about the lodging and no lodging tax. The lodging would have been taken care of by your unit because you are on IDT status, so you don't have to put any lodging here. Let's go ahead and add that leg. So now I have left the base. I am back at the airport, right? And now my last stop is going to be, well, my next stop is going to be my airport and my home station. So this again is going to be the 5th of May. Mode of travel, now I'm in a plane, commercial plane. My arrival date is going to be the 5th of May. Arrival location is going to be Baltimore, is BWI. Reason for stop is awaiting transportation. Don't worry about the miles. No lodging, no lodging. So you can put 0 here. I mean, it's not gonna make any difference if you don't put 0 there. But now my last leg is I am leaving the airport to head back home. 5th of May. My mode of transportation is my private auto, because I left it at the terminal, and now I'm picking up my vehicle to head back home. And I'm gonna arrive back in my house on the 5th. Arrival location is gonna be the fictitious address that I have. Reason for stop. Now this is, I am done with my mission. So you're going to put mission complete. The number of miles, again, from my house, from the airport back to my home is $30. 30 miles. No lodging, no lodging tax. Again, it's okay if you don't put anything in there. Now it's asking me additional questions. You have selected commercial plane as a mode of travel. Did you use your GTC CTO to arrange transportation? I did, so I'm going to say yes. If you didn't, then you would say no. If not, was the ticket purchased with GTC? So if I had selected no, it's asking me an additional question. But I did, so it's not, I don't have to answer that. You have selected a private auto as a mode of transportation. Was this your private vehicle? Yes. I am the owner and I was the operator. Save. So now as you can see, it saved everything. And this gives you a nice rundown of your itinerary. So you departed from home, you arrived at the airport, and you departed the airport, the BWI, to arrive at Atlanta Airport, which you departed on the same day, to arrive at Robins Air Force Base on the 2nd of May. On the 5th of May, you departed Robins Air Force Base to head to Atlanta Airport, and you departed on the same day to arrive at BWI. You departed on the same day to finally arrive back at home. It has my miles annotated on here, and it has all my reasons for my travel stop, awaiting travel, temporary duty, and then my mission complete down here. Now let's go ahead and let's load up our required documents. You're going to go in the required document tab, and you're going to click the plus. You're going to browse. I saved all my IDT travel related on a folder on my desktop. So let's see. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to load up my airline receipt. Make sure you hit upload file. Now let's go ahead and do the plus sign to upload another file. I'm going to upload my 1610. Upload file. I'm going to show you the taxi fare finder here in a minute. Okay, so before we proceed, I'm just going to show you in order for you to get the estimated cost of you're driving to the airport and you're parking at the terminal, the government is going to pay you for driving your POV. Remember, you don't get any miles reimbursed for rentals. So the government's going to pay you for driving your POV to the airport and leaving it parked at the terminal. They're going to pay you for the time you left it at the terminal as well. So when you go into Taxi Fare Finder, you're basically showing the government what it would have cost if you had taken a taxi to the airport and then taken a taxi back when you returned home. The government's going to pay you what is more advantageous. So you will compare. When you go into Taxi Fare Finder, it's going to give you different states. Just select the state that you're from, and it's going to give you a tab for your starting point to your ending point. And it's going to give you, I'm about to show you, it's going to give you an estimate, and it's going to show you the amount. So this is what you want to submit with your travel voucher. You can do a snippet. And so this is basically me telling the government, if I had taken a cab from my home to the airport, it would have been $71. I have one on my way to the airport, and then I have one returning home. So you wanna just submit both of those receipts and the cost for parking at the terminal. It's probably not going to cost the government $150 total for you driving your POV and parking at the terminal. Let's go ahead and let me show you my 1610. You want to make sure that you have both pages uploaded in the documents. A lot of people sometimes forget to verify that, or they submit the wrong order. So you want to make sure that you have the correct orders. You want to make sure that it's that's your name and you have everything annotated in there, and that the order is official. The CO down here is what makes the order official. And for your receipts, for my receipt, for my airline receipt, you want to make sure that you are submitting a receipt that is going to be not only legible, but it is the correct receipt. So on my receipt, I have the dates that I flew. This is not exactly the correct dates, but this is just for an example. And it shows my method of payment. I mean, it shows that I paid it, and then I have a zero balance. This was a ticket that I was given by CTO office by TRAPCO. So this is the type of receipt you want to submit with your voucher. All right, so let's see. So as you know, for any receipts, anything that you're asking for reimbursement, you have to have a receipt. So this is just telling me for any receipts that are lost or unavailable, you can do a lost receipt form. But I don't have any receipts that were lost. So let me go see why I'm getting this this little red mark on my voucher here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our meals. I think this is why it's giving me a little red mark. So according to the guidance, you are allowed to have one meal in the front of the IDT and one meal at the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that on there. So I traveled on the 2nd of May. So I had a dinner. You only allow one meal. So select whether it was breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You're not gonna get reimbursed for all 3 meals. So I actually had dinner, and it came out to $25. So I'm gonna add that. And then I'm gonna add another expense because on my way out, I had another meal. So that would have been on the 5th of May. And I also had dinner, and it was $20. So now I have both of my meals. Receipts are required for any lodging expense and any other expenses that are $75 or more. Well, my meals were only $25, so I'm not gonna add any receipts because it's not $75. And let me look at this again, why I'm getting this little red mark. No IDT travel dates found, okay? So apparently I didn't take my dates the first time. That's why I was getting a little red mark. So let's go to, I started on the 2nd of May, and I ended on the 5th of May. I think I probably didn't hit the add. That's what happened. So now you see everything's green. That's what you want. That means that everything's been accomplished and you are ready to submit this voucher.